Yeah, guys, we got Clay with Carbon6. Clay, thanks for sitting down with us.
Yeah, of course.
So we're at the Pattern Accelerate 2024 show. What do you think of the show right now?
Well, just getting started.
I know,
right?
it's just like
But,
2 hours into it.
yeah, but it's pretty like when you walk through that one thing and it's like dark and then big stage.
Yeah.
I guess that's where Jessica Simpson's gonna be speaking.
Dude, I can't wait.
It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. They always bring the coolest speakers out of anybody, I would say.
Ken Jennings, Ken Jennings is here, from is it Jeopardy or?
Mm-hmm. I love Jeopardy.
Yeah, dude.
He's here?
Yeah.
I did not know that. Are you serious?
I swear. I could be telling bad information right now, but I'm pretty sure he's here.
Okay,
Yeah.
if he's here, I gotta meet him because I watch Jeopardy like crazy.
What are we doing here? We gotta go now. But yeah, like Carbon6 does it's everything and anything, right? So like, what's for 2024? What is Carbon6? What's the landscape look like for Amazon? Like, what do you see the rest? I ask a lot of people like Kevin King and Ian Sells, like, what are their predictions for 2024 as being the biggest struggle for Amazon sellers, and how can Carbon6 kind of help with that?
Yeah, I know Kevin and Ian, both smart guys. I would say that, just the fees that are coming out, right? Like this just happened at the beginning of Q2, where they're starting to charge you for like low inventory storage and just all these different fees. I think there's like 24 different like FBA fees now.
Too much, it's too much.
It's getting tough, man. Like I'm on LinkedIn and you see people saying like, the redistribution fee as well, right? If you want to send, instead of just going to one warehouse and you want to send to like 4 different warehouses, it's just getting really, really expensive. So like, it's one of the least sexy topics, but I think that inventory management, like, obviously we have stock, so like shameless plug there, but really figuring out like the non-sexy parts of the business is going to be like what the mature like winners do, right? This market's moving from like an immature space to where like the winners are taking more and more of the market share, and the Chinese competition is higher than ever, and that's not going to slow down, that's going to ramp up. So I think that the people that really figure out the logistics and the boring stuff are going to be the ones that
Everyone wants to do the boring stuff. The boring stuff is what keeps you money, right? Like, no one wants to sit there and deal with, refunds and chargebacks and all that kind of stuff. And I know you guys help with that as well on the 3P and 1P side, right?
Yeah, we have on the 3P side, we have seller investigators. I would confidently argue that we're the best in the world at that. And there's other people in the space, and some people will offer lower percentages, but I think it's just like shiny object, right? Like we'll get you in with a low percentage, but then we'll leave 20% of the stuff on the table. If you do the math, you're losing money.
You don't want to walk away from money. That's not like that's. Are you seeing like a lot of like what's like? Do you guys publicly say like big numbers, like at what you've actually clawed back from people?
Yeah. We claw back like millions every single week now. Like we manage billions and billions and billions. But in order to do that properly and keep the like same level of quality, it does require a lot of like human capital. Yeah. So we have hundreds of people in the Philippines that they've been trained to do this for many, many years, and it's all that they do. Amazon unfortunately makes it mandatory to not do this through a bot or programmatically. So you have to have people doing it, and the people that are doing it need to know what they're doing. So again, going back to like, some people are saying that this percentage in the reimbursement game is a race to the bottom. Some new companies, brand new companies, have come out and said, oh, like 10%, we'll get your money back. But when we come in behind those companies, we're finding so much money. And so they're getting a bad deal. So yeah, on the 3P side, to wrap it up, we got seller investigators. And on the 1P side, we have ChargeGuard. And I think when it comes to like cost, or recovery, like reimbursements, inventory recovery, cost recovery, et cetera, I think we're the best in the world, like on both of those tools. So it's a good way to start business with new customers.
Get the money that you deserve back.
It's not a hard sell, right?
It's like, remember that commercial? Like, it's my money, I want it now.
Yeah.
Kind of stuff. Like, it's my money, I want it now. Like,
what is that?
You deserve your money
back.
What
is that? Like, call 1-800.
It's my money and I need it now.
It's my money and I need it now.
It's my money and I need it now.
Like, I want all my money now. Yeah, you want all your Amazon money now because the fees are going up. Ad spend's going through the roof. And then, talk to me a little bit more. So talk to me about other tools that you guys are using or offering to help people kind of make more.
Yeah, so back in the day, when our sales force was a lot smaller, I sold a lot of seller investigators, and then, went into ChargeGuard a little bit, focused on stock. But, for the past year, I'm not in sales anymore at all. I'm the director and general manager of PixelMe, and PixelMe is our off Amazon advertising tool. So we can run Google ads, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, and TikTok ads to your Amazon store. We can track your keyword rank, but the whole game is increasing your organic rank on Amazon. Amazon loves external traffic.
I was just gonna say, like, why would they not love that, right? Like, just bringing more traffic to them, they're like traffic hogs. Right?
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, they're competing with TikTok Shop now.
Yeah,
Walmart, Shopify.
Yeah,
TikTok
yeah.
Shop's actually making like a decent push, you know.
Yeah.
So it's more important than ever. They created Amazon Attribution. They created the 10% brand referral bonus. Amazon wants traffic, you know, desperately. And so yeah, we've done this. I mean, we have hundreds of case studies now. People are always like, "Can you build a new case study, a more recent one?" I'm like, "We have hundreds now. Like, what's the point of building another
Yeah.
one?" But the fact is if you send Google traffic, Facebook traffic from Facebook or Google to Amazon, you'll see your organic keyword rank go up. Obviously, you know, profits and sales follow rank. So
Yeah.
that's the name of the game.
So my thing is when coming from the agency space and seeing that, some people might say, like, pricing, like, I'm already spending ads for Amazon, like, why do I have to spend more to drive more traffic? Like, where do you see like the common ground is, like, spending money on Amazon direct ads versus external, bringing it to Amazon? And are people seeing a better ROI on, if your ad spend, throw a number out there, 50K a month, does it make sense to spend 25 of it on Amazon and the other half doing external driving to Amazon?
Yeah, it's a good question. What I would say off the jump is, like, there's some products I would just straight up say don't do. You know, if you have 4.1 stars, 4.0 stars, I would say don't even touch Google traffic. Don't touch Facebook traffic. Like, figure out.
Because it's too low or too good?
Too low.
Okay.
Like, you need a 4.3 star or above. Like, we have a free audit inside of PixelMe. Same thing with everything we do is a free audit, right? Seller investigators, charge guard. It's all free information,
Yeah.
and then you can go from there. And that model works really well for us. And the same is true with PixelMe. If you're under 4.3 stars, I'm generally not going to recommend that you run Google or Meta advertising. But if you meet the criteria that we have found by launching thousands and thousands of campaigns, that we think you have a high percentage chance of success, and we put this all into a scorecard, then I would say it really depends. I'm not trying to give you a wishy-washy answer. It depends on one thing. Are you trying to rank or are you trying to create profit? Because if you're trying to rank, your ROI is going to usually, not always, but usually be worse from Google ads than it is on regular Amazon ads.
Yeah.
Because Amazon, people are bottom of funnel, they're shopping.
Yeah.
Google, some people are shopping, some people are researching. But what we find is that if you have a $100 product and you're selling in the United States, you get 10% back every time you get a sale. So you're selling a $100 product, Amazon, when you sell it, is going to give you $10 back. If you can get a CAC, a customer acquisition cost, for less than $10, you're like making more money on a Google sale than you are on an Amazon sale. So we have done that many, many, many times. We have 2 clients with like 50 plus products where their account-wide ACoS is negative. It's negative ACoS, an infinite return on ad spend. So my answer for those products,
negative ACoS, that's crazy.
yeah, I mean, if your ACoS on Google ads is 5% and Amazon's giving you back 10%, the way that they calculate the ACoS with the brand referral bonus program is they look at it as a subsidy to your ad cost. They don't look like it as an addition to your revenue. They look at it as like a subtraction from your
Dude,
ads.
I've never heard of negative ACoS. That's crazy.
Yeah. So we have like clients, 2 of them with like 50 plus products that are all in that situation because they happen to sell a lot of expensive products. But then we have 100 or so customers with products that are above $100 or above $75, where we can get infinite return on ad spend. So that's why I said I'm not giving you a wishy-washy answer. If you get in situations like that, I think the biggest budget we have on one product is like $4,000 a day, where they spend $4,000 a day and they tried to increase it, but that's the cap of how much volume there is.
Yeah.
So with those, I would say spend as much as you possibly can if you're just printing money. But let's take a $10 product and have the same example. If you sell, because on a $100 product, the cost per click is usually $1 on Google, and for a $10 product, it's usually $1 as well. Said differently, the cost per click doesn't scale with the price of the product. So it's really good for expensive products. For lower priced products, it's really good for ranking, but you're unlikely to create a profit stream.
Yeah.
You're probably going to spend $10 to get a $10 sale. You're at 100% ACoS. My team will have conversations where they'll say, hey, your ACoS is 150%, but you ranked from 50 to 10 on this keyword, and the customers are happy. But then there's other customers that didn't understand or had good expectations set in the beginning, and they come and they say, hey, I ranked from 10 to 2, but my ACoS is 200%. I can't keep doing this.
Yeah, they like one number, but they hate the other number.
Exactly. So that's kind of the bane of my existence, is like having to explain that all the time.
But 2 more questions I have for you,
Yeah.
dude. So, like, one is, do you guys vet and say, this is a good, because I know this has been true before, working in other agencies and seeing things, where this product will work on like a Facebook and Instagram, but but it won't work on Google or vice versa. Like, do you tell people best practice? Like, if you're selling an ice cream scoop, like, it'll perform better on this platform than this platform, or they just have to just find out the hard way?
No, yeah, that's a really good point. I'll be completely honest with you. Most of our data comes from Google because we have, like thousands and thousands of products and campaigns running, and we're really just now starting to move into Meta hardcore because we figured out how to optimize for conversion. On the Google ad side, we can optimize for conversion. Nobody else can do that. We figured out how to do it on Meta as well. But what I will tell you, just anecdotally from what I understand, is that anything that's super shoppable, meaning like jewelry, clothing, things that are very personal that you could spend a lot of time being like, that's not the color I like, it's not matching my eyes, my style or whatever. Those generally don't do well on Google, but they do a little bit better where there's more image-based places like Facebook, and they'll watch videos,
and stuff like that. Okay.
So I'm really excited because I've told a lot of people, no, I won't take your products on the
good.
Google side.
But that's good that people hear that. Where I love hearing when partners and tools and software tell people no.
Yeah,
like,
you have to.
That's
you
the
have
most
to, or you'll just get a
thing.
bad reputation.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And I think that when you tell people no, you give a lot of transparency in what's going to work out. But last thing I want to ask you, and this is a lot of people that want to maybe use this tool, is for brand launches, product launches. If I've never sold on Amazon before, and I'm breaking into the Amazon space, and I have no rank, I have nothing, I'm starting from scratch. Does it make sense to bring, I know you said that 4.3 or above, right? But what if you're just at product launch? Like, how does that work? Does external traffic make sense for a brand new product launch?
The quick answer is yes. But what I'll tell you is that
It's going to cost you.
it's going to cost, yeah, exactly. And also, like, it's hard for us to take credit for a successful launch. When somebody brings me a product that's mature and they're ranking at, number 15, and then they come onto PixelMe, they don't change anything else, and 2 months later they're ranked number 5, I like to take credit, right? I say, hey, and sometimes like, well, we lowered our price a little bit and did this and that.
Okay.
So it's like, where's the credit? Who deserves credit? But with a launch, it's very hard for me to take like sole credit because you need good images, you need your advertising and your keywords figured out, and your indexing and your bullet points.
And
so
the honeymoon period too, right?
The honeymoon period. There's so many things that go into it. But what I'll tell you is that we work with quite a few aggregators that have run their own tests. Aggregators like to launch a lot of products. At least some of them are launching, all the time, new variations, new products. And what they've determined is that they've done tests with PixelMe and without PixelMe. And what I can tell you is that they prefer to launch with PixelMe. So they have their own data. And they have their own data on what they consider a successful launch, right? Everybody has a different definition. But
some people they're okay with losing money in the first like 3 to 6 months because they know they want to go for rank, and if it's a lost leader right now, it'll pay off down the road. Some people that are smaller sellers, for example, can't afford to sustain a 3 to 6 month loss, right? So no, that totally makes sense, man. I'm excited. I love, PickFu being partners with Carbon6 and all this kind of cool stuff that's out there.
Yeah, and I've been selling since 2018 myself, and I used PickFu before I was ever part of Carbon6.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I've had an account for like 6-7 years. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I mean, PickFu's, everybody knows, I think, PickFu, but yeah, PickFu's awesome. I've used it before I was ever in the software space whatsoever when I was just a regular seller.
Yeah. There's so many things I speak to people about that they could use PickFu for. They have no idea. Like I spoke to someone the other day, and I was like, they were deciding between on LinkedIn. We were just talking about LinkedIn. Their headshots, this or this. I said, dude, PickFu it.
Yeah.
Just PickFu it. And they're like, oh, I thought it was just for Amazon main hero testing and stuff like that, or ad testing. You could PickFu anything. I was having an argument with someone, and I was like, Miller Lite's better than Bud Light. And they were like, no, it's not. I PickFu'd it. Miller Lite won.
Okay, so at me and Agassi, he's the director of sales at Carbon6. He's here. We were arguing about whose backpack was cooler. This was like,
dude, that's a PickFu right there.
We did it.
Okay.
We did it, and I won.
That's awesome.
And I forget what
bragging rights now.
I forget what the bet was, but I think it was like, you had to. I forget. I think it was a dinner. I think it was like, who loser bought dinner, and I crushed him.
Good thing it wasn't shave your head, man.
No. No, but actually we did do it. That's not a made up story.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, hey man, listen. Thanks for taking your time out and speaking with me today. I know the show is on and popping, and I'm telling you, Ken Jennings is here.
I'm gonna look it up, and I hope you're not a liar. Because if you're not, I'm gonna go try to track him down.
Awesome.
Get a picture with him.
Thanks, Ty.
Like Jessica Simpson's here, and I'm
Dude,
excited
Jessica
about Ken Jennings.
Yeah, right. Jessica Simpson. We're all like, oh, Ken Jennings. Jessica Simpson's the last presenter, so they want to make sure everyone stays to the end.
Of course.
But Clay, let everyone know where they can follow you, find more information, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So name's Clayton Atchison. I'm director, general manager of PixelMe at Carbon6. You know, my email is Clayton at Carbon6.io. The Carbon6, like the number, where's 6? Is it over here? Here or here?
Do you
Number
have
six.
do you have people typing in
That-
Carbon SIX? And
I don't know. I just always said it that way.
you gotta tell Justin to get the domain. Get that domain squatting to make sure.
We might already have it. I don't know. But
Yeah.
Carbon, the number 6.io. And you can find me on LinkedIn. My name's Clayton Atchison.
Awesome. Thanks so much, man. Appreciate
Thank you,
it.
brother. Appreciate it.